Okay, I should back up a little. Good morning. Well, it's probably not morning when you're watching this, but it's morning for me. I just woke up a little bit ago, and I thought I would sit down here and answer the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram yesterday. So we should just get right into it. I got a lot of questions about teaching, a lot of questions about blogging, a lot of questions about Nick. So if you ask me that question, I'm only gonna answer it one time, if that makes sense. All right, so the first question is, are you teaching this fall? What tips do you have for new teachers? I have 2 years left. Okay, so I don't know yet about teaching for the fall. There isn't a job that has come up for me yet that's open for the fall, so I'm still waiting on that. I applied everywhere to all the towns in the area, and I haven't heard from anywhere, so I'm hoping in August something will happen and I can go on a few interviews and be offered a job. The reason why I'm not going back to the school where I was at last year is because there's no opening for me. There's no position, and I did 2 long-term sub coverages last year, so in 2 different first grade classes. So I wasn't in my own classroom at all last year. Tips for new teachers, I can't even really give tips on this since I haven't had my own classroom yet, and I'm still learning. I learn a lot from the people I work with, and I would just say, I don't even know, just be flexible, be willing to go the extra mile. Something I don't do for myself is I don't put myself out there. Like, I don't reach out to people. Like, I haven't reached out to anyone for a job opening, which I need to get better at, but so I just say do all that, and that probably doesn't make any sense, but I honestly really don't know because I don't have much experience with it. 2 years left. I'm not sure what that means. 2 years left of teaching, 2 years left till you are a teacher. I don't know, but yeah, I just say be flexible, work hard, let them know that you're willing to go the extra mile, and just put in the effort, because that matters. And obviously, like, put it all in for the kids, because when their parents send their kids to school that day, like, you're their parent for the day. You're with them, honestly, more than their parents are with them sometimes. So it's really important to actually, like, devote your time to them, get to know each one of them, know their learning styles, and really just make that effort too. I don't know if that makes sense, and honestly, like, I'm not an expert. Like I said, I'm still learning. I don't know. Hopefully I can answer that better in a few years, but for now, that's what I have. Okay, any new blogger tips, and what did you do to gain a fashion following? So I have a whole post on this. I'll link it in my blog post. I'll also link it in the description box of this video, because I do have a whole blog post devoted to this. Do you rewear your clothes you wear for blogging? I do, yeah, but I also sell a lot of them. Sometimes I'll sell them on Poshmark. Sometimes I'll do ThredUp. I also give my clothes away, so I'll give them to some of my younger cousins. I'll give them to Goodwill. So obviously, as you guys know, we get a lot of clothes for free. We get to try a lot of things. Like, I have so many makeup samples that I will never get to try, so I like doing giveaways for you guys. I like to give them to people who maybe won't be able to get them. But I do sell on Poshmark sometimes, and I'll even sell things on my Instagram sometimes. But I also do rewear a lot of clothes. There's things that I buy every year that I want to keep. Like, for example, during the Nordstrom sale, I just got a few cashmere sweaters. I'm gonna keep those for years because they're awesome and they're good quality and they're worth it. But I will sell them and I will rewear them, so it's a mix. Where did I meet Nick? I met Nick at the restaurant that he works at. Who do I want to win The Bachelorette, and who do you want to be the next Bachelor? Okay, I love Colton. I thought Colton was awesome. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the whole Tia thing screwed up, but I don't like Tia. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for saying that. Don't like Tia, and I don't like Tia and Colton together, but I also don't love Becca, so I don't love Becca and Colton together. So in a perfect world, he would be the next Bachelor, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen since the whole Bachelor in Paradise thing. I don't know. Sorry, that was a little tangent, but I want Garrett to win. I actually think Blake is a little too obsessed with Becca. Like, he's a little controlling, and like I feel like he like those thoughts that he has are normal in this show, but also going on that show you need to realize the circumstances, and you need to realize that's gonna happen. Like, you're dating a girl who's dating 20 other guys. Like, you need to deal with that. That's part of going on the show. So I feel like he just isn't controlling those thoughts in a way that's appropriate, whereas I'm sure Garrett has the same thoughts and he's kind of handling it a little more appropriately, I would say. But I also see a connection with both of them. Like, I do see a genuine connection with her and Garrett. I think Garrett's awesome. I think Blake is great, but he's a little too much for me. I think he's way too pushy and way too obsessive. So I'm hoping Garrett wins, and I really hope Jason's the Bachelor. Jason or Colton, because Jason leaving the other day was so sad. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry, but watch it. And then when he came back and gave her the scrapbook, like, that actually brought tears to my eyes. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that, but I think he'd make a great Bachelor. I wish he would do something different with his hair though, because I'm not loving that look, but it's not all about looks. Okay, would you quit teaching if you ended up making enough money with your blog? So I love teaching, I really do, but like I said, there's no opening for me right now. I haven't heard from any district, I haven't heard from any school. So my mindset right now is, if I don't hear anything, then I'm gonna take this next year to focus on my blog and blog full-time and see if I can make it my full-time job, because that is my ultimate goal. As much as I love teaching, this is my true passion, and I feel like that's how it's lining up for me right now, with no openings and no interviews lined up or anything. I feel like that might be God's way, I don't know, of saying that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. By the way, I am in my pajamas, sorry. Best advice for those girls in long distance relationships. Nick and I only had to do this for 5 months, thankfully, and I was able to visit, and he came home once to visit. So we didn't have it that bad, but it was really hard. So I feel for you guys who are in long distance relationships. I say just communication is key. So even if like the smallest little detail you don't think is important, tell that person, because I just feel like you guys can lose a bit of a connection when you're apart. So you want to make sure to maintain that connection and make sure that like you still feel loved by that person, that person still feels loved by you. I would set like set times to FaceTime, set times to like have a phone call, or I don't know, even write each other letters. Sometimes it's really nice to like put those thoughts in words on paper, and then it's really nice for that person to receive that too. I'm trying to think. Nick sent me flowers a few times for like special occasions. We were talking all the time while he was away, and that helped a lot because it still like helped us keep that connection. Yeah, I just say like stick with it. It's worth it. And if you think it's worth it, then stick with it, because Nick and I thought it was worth it, and he's back now, and we agreed that we aren't gonna do that again. We can't really be apart again. If we go somewhere next, we're gonna go together, because it was really hard, especially because we had only been dating for like almost 6 months before he left, and then 5 of those months, hey Max, 5 of those months he was away. So we still had like a lot of learning to do about each other, and we still do. He's been back since April now, so he's been back for a while, but we're still learning. I feel like we're learning every day about each other. How did you get started? Again, this is in that blog post about like my blogging tips and everything, so come here. No. So I'll link that, you guys can check that out. How do you balance teaching and blogging? I'm a teacher too. Well, hello, other teacher. It's hard to balance teaching and blogging, because while I'm teaching, I want to give them my class their full, like my full potential and my full attention. So it's really hard to do both. While I was teaching, I wouldn't have as many actual blog posts to publish for you guys, but I would continue to like post on Instagram. It was crazy. Like, I'd just have to like come home from work and be like, hey mom, can you take this picture? Or like set a time where my sister was gonna be home where she could take a bunch of pictures for me. Max is back there. So it is really hard, and I did want to devote like my full priority, if that makes sense, to teaching while I was teaching. But you can make time for both, because once I was teaching, I went home and focused on blogging and put into work into that. It's great because teaching, like, I would be there from 7:30 to like 4, so I had from 4 on to focus on blogging and do all that. So I was able to do that, but like I said, I didn't actually have content to produce on the blog as much as I do now. I would more just focus on Instagram and sharing my thoughts and ideas with you guys on Instagram, which was helpful for me. But now that I'm doing this full time, I guess in the summer, I'm able to produce actual blog posts and content for you guys. So I don't really have a tip for balancing it, because I didn't do it well. I wasn't able to do both full time, I guess. Like, teaching was my full-time job and blogging was part-time, and I would just do that whenever I could, whenever I had the time to like produce an actual blog post. Oh my god, Max. Oh wait, no, that's Ruby. Good girl. Wanna come say hi? They had a traumatic visit to the vet yesterday, and Max really got me in the arm. I don't know if you guys can see, you probably can't see that, but okay. Someone said, do you ever collaborate with smaller brands? We love your style. Yes, I do. However, at this time, I'm only participating with brands that really fit my brand. So I have to absolutely love the product. I have to really believe in that product in order to share it with all of you, because I don't want to be sharing products or brands that I don't truly love, because that would be steering you guys wrong. So that's my answer for that. Yes, I do. I just have to love the product and believe in it. Do you have a budget for shopping, and how often do you purge your closet? I should really get better at budgeting, because I don't really have a budget. So I did save. I always put money aside. Okay. Ruby. Hi. Anyways, I always put money aside for the Nordstrom sale every year, because I know that I'm going to be purchasing a lot of things to share with you guys. And it's different every year, the amount. It depends on how much I have saved up in my savings and all of that. But I do have like a separate account where money gets taken out of what I get paid, and it gets put into another account. And I haven't touched that account. That's kind of like an account that I forget about, and then it's a nice surprise when I see it. And I'm like, oh, I actually have this extra money. But I don't have an actual budget, so that's something I need to work on. That's a goal of mine, to get better at tracking my expenses, budgeting my money, and all of that stuff. How often do I purge my closet? I try to get rid of stuff like as often as possible, because my room is a disaster. I have clothes everywhere. My closet is overflowing. I've taken over my sister's closet and my brother's closet because they've moved out and I'm still here, so 3 closets for me. But yeah, I try to get rid of stuff daily, honestly. How did I get started on my blog? Again, in that blog post, I'll have it linked. You guys can check it out. How many years have you been teaching? So I got my master's in 2014, and then I started at the school I was at last year. I started there the next school year as a building sub, and then I did a long-term maternity leave position. I covered for someone who was pregnant from April to the end of the year in 4th grade, and then the next year, same thing. I did a maternity leave in the beginning of the year from September to December, and then December to the end of the year I was in another classroom, another 1st grade classroom, covering for someone for the rest of the year. So it's been I've only taught in 1 grade consistently for 1 year, but like I said, they weren't my classes, so I can't really say that I've been teaching consistently for a certain amount of years. My workout routine, I don't have one. I like to take bar classes, and then I do some cardio, but I really don't have a workout routine. I try to go 4 to 5 times a week. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. My hair routine is actually saved on my highlights on my Instagram. Well, that's for blowouts. Hair care products, I use a bunch of different ones because my hair has been so annoying lately, so I can link them in the blog post for you. What made you interested in starting a blog? Again, that'll be in that blog post, so check that one. How do you balance work, blogging, and relationship? So right now, there's no school in the summer, so that's easy for me to balance right now. And I answered the other question earlier. Relationship, Nick's really supportive. He gets it. He knows, like, I'm usually on my phone because I'm doing something related to blogging or posting on Instagram or something like that. He actually did a guest blog post for me the other day, so if you guys haven't seen that, check it out. I'll leave the link for that too. But he's really supportive. He gets it. He wants me to succeed with this, and he works a lot too. He has 2 jobs, so like he's always working. So when he's working, I'll be working, and it's really easy because my hours, I make them. They're so flexible. So when we do have the chance to see each other, I make sure that I get my work done beforehand or after. But yeah, since I have such a flexible schedule and he doesn't so much, I try to work around that schedule, around his schedule and when I can see him. Where do you work out? What is your workout routine? I work out. I just joined the Equinox recently. There's one nearby. It just opened. But I used to go to Pure Barre. I was at Pure Barre for like a year. I loved it, but I just needed a little bit of a change, and the class schedule was always so limited there that I always felt like I was like set to going at a certain time, and I like more of a freedom. Like the Equinox is great because they do have classes, but you can also go on your own time, and I like that. I like being able to just be like, all right, I want to go to the gym right now and go. And then I don't have a workout routine, like I just said. And the next question is, can you do a fitness routine post? I don't have one. So maybe I should like start getting one, and then I can share that with you guys. Oh wow, another workout question. Sorry, I'm not helpful with this. Do you get paid for sponsoring certain products? Yes, so I do get paid for sponsoring certain products. Every sponsored post will say that in the post. It'll either have, like on Instagram, it'll have like hashtag ad or hashtag sponsored. In the actual blog post, it'll say, thank you to so-and-so for sponsoring this post. I'll always disclose when it's sponsored. I also use affiliate links, so in most of my posts, if I link to an item from Loft or Nordstrom or anywhere, usually I will get commission from your purchase that you made using that link. Like to know it. I get commission if you guys purchase through my links. So like I said before, I have to absolutely love the product. I have to believe in the brand. I have to believe in the product before I'm going to share it with you. I'm not going to share a product that I don't really love or believe in with you. How do you afford to shop so much? Do you set aside a certain amount of money? So I do set aside money, just I'm not good at it. I'm not good at budgeting. I'm not good at whatever. I said all this before, but part of the reason why I do have extra money is because I do live at home. My parents have allowed me to stay here since I was in school, and then I didn't have like a full-time teaching job. They've let me stay here. So I'm really grateful for that. I'm really lucky for that. And that's kind of how I can afford to shop so much, which I shouldn't be doing, but it does, like I said, it is my job, or I actually didn't say this, but it is my job to share things with you guys. So that means being like a guinea pig for you, trying the clothes on, telling you how they fit, all of that, and I want it to be genuine and real, so I do purchase those items and then share my real thoughts with you. How do you budget? What are some tips that work for you? I can't ever stop shopping. I can't ever stop shopping either, so I don't have any tips. I really, I think I need to get better at it. So maybe if I do start sitting down and tracking everything, I can share those tips with you guys that I come up with. It's gonna take me a little while though, so I will keep you guys updated on that. Do you get tan or use solarium? This might sound silly, but I don't know what solarium is. But yeah, I get tan. We were just in Hilton Head a couple of weeks ago. We were on the beach pretty much every day, so I got a nice tan. In the summer, I'm pretty consistently tan because I'm in the sun. I do wear sunscreen, I do. But yeah, I do get tan, and then I will maintain the tan in the summer or in the winter occasionally, but sometimes I think self tanner is so hard to upkeep. But if you find a good one, then it's worth it. What is one place in the US you haven't been to yet but want to visit? Okay, I have a bunch of places I want to go to, but Nashville and Charleston are the #1 for me. I really want to go to Nashville. I've heard amazing things. It sounds like it's right up my alley. Love me some country music, and I really want to go to Charleston. I've also heard great things about Charleston. Favorite perfume? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's La Folie de Joie. I don't know. I'll link it for you, but I wear it summer or winter. I wear it year round. It's a great perfume. I'm already almost done with my second bottle. Do you set a budget for clothes shopping? I already answered that. What inspired you to start blogging? Would you ever want to do it full time? That I will answer in that blog post that you can read. How do you balance a full-time job and blogging? You seem to have it all together. Well, I don't. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together. It's interesting that you think that, but thank you. I answered this a little bit before, so I'm not gonna answer that again. How did I meet Nick? Answered that before. Are the Drunk Elephant products worth the splurge? Do you actually see a difference? Absolutely. They're hands down my favorite skincare products. I'll link to the skincare post that I have, but I see a difference. I am not wearing any makeup right now. I don't wear makeup on a regular basis now because of those products. And I do have lash extensions, but that's like the best part about it. All I have to do is wake up, do my skincare routine, and go, because they have made my skin clear up. They really make it nice and even, and I highly recommend them. I also recommend the Sunday Riley Good Genes treatment. I use that like once or twice a week. It's really great. I have to stop saying but I'll also link to my skincare post so you guys can read all about it and see exactly what I do. How tall are you? I'm 5'5", so I'm really 5'4 3/4", but let's round up. Okay, I'm gonna skip some of these because they were already asked. What are your favorite hair products? How often do you wash your hair? So I'll have to do a hair products post. I just recently started using a few new ones. I have like I use the T3 blow dryer and brush to blow dry my hair, and it's seriously a game changer. I was never able to blow dry my hair before using those. And then I just started using some Kristen S products from Target, which I'll link. But my main, like the one product that I rely on for blow drying my hair is a Kerastase product, which I'll have to link for you. I forget the name right now, but it's awesome. And I wash my hair, it depends on the day. Like I washed my hair yesterday, I won't wash it again today. I'll probably wash it tomorrow. It also depends if I have something to do. Like if I have somewhere to be and I want to blow out my hair, I'll wash my hair that day and give it a nice blowout. I just got the trial set from Tula and I love it. Are there any other products outside of those you love? So I actually don't use Tula products. I know a lot of people swear by them, but I'm a Drunk Elephant fan all the way, so I can't really help you with this. I'm sorry, but I say try some Drunk Elephant products because they're awesome. What are your top 5 staple pieces for fall? Okay, you need a good pair of denim. I can link the denim. You need a good pair of booties. I can link a good pair of booties. I'm always a fan of a scarf, so I can link a fun scarf. You obviously need, I think, oh, one of my favorite coats I can link for you. And then 5, what else? Oh, a sweater, duh. So you need like a cozy sweater. So I can link 5 of my favorite products for you. What do your parents do for work? This is not my place to share what they do for work. Yeah, it's not really relevant to what my job is, so I'm gonna not share that. And lastly for today, how old are you? I'm 25, going on 26, so yeah. All right, so those are awesome questions. I'm gonna try to do this once a month, and now this video is almost 25 minutes. So thanks for all your questions. We're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're not even at 300, so if you could subscribe for us, that'd be great. And thanks again, and I'll see you guys in my next video.